been a couple years since we've sat down with you. Last time was weird because it was at the Grammys. I want to say 2016 Grammys, and this was. Do you know where I'm going with this already? It was at Staples Center at the Grammys, but it was during the junket, and you were performing, and it was like more of the corporate people were having lunch, and they were
on my
suits,
birthday,
and you're performing Pill.
Yeah, it was on my birthday.
Was it?
Yeah.
But this is the
I
fact
think
that
they
we're
brought me
performing.
a cake, right?
I don't remember. Maybe I just remember how awkward it was that it was that song, and all the corporate guys are going, "Yeah." It's like, oh, now we know.
We sort of got them into it by the end of the show. So, you know, when you're a performer, sometimes you get a stiff audience or this kind of thing. And
they were eating lunch as well. So
well, you know, you get thrown into a situation like that. And you go, okay, how do I work with this? You know? And so a good analogy is like in hockey in the NHL. If the puck hits the referee's just part of the rink.
Sure.
Even if it bounced off the referee in a goal, it's a goal.
It doesn't stop.
So when I go on stage, people are eating lunch. It's like, okay, that's the situation. How do we go from here? And by the end of that show, I think I had them.
Yeah.
Know? But sometimes I take a song or two. That's okay. You know.
But does that mess with your head ever? Like even for a second, or you just like you say?
No,
you just
because
adjust?
it's about not being attached.
Sure.
If you're attached to an idea of a certain odd type of audience in your head, then that's what's causing you suffering, is that there's a disconnect between what you think should be happening and what is happening. But in reality, what is happening is what should be happening, and it's already happening. It's not up to you to judge. So you just roll with it. We did it, kid.
I don't know where to go with there. Go from there. That was good. That's
Thanks.
deep. And I know. Okay, hang on. I am gonna switch subjects in a little bit
All
and
right.
talk about the elephant in the room for anybody who may not have seen you in a couple of years. The beard. Can we talk about that now?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right.
We talk about whatever you want.
Yeah. Talk about the beard. Why? How is it? Do you like it? Are you learning about the growth of your own facial hair? Is it growing even for you, or do you have to?
No, I don't do anything to it.
No.
No, my mom uses one adjective to describe it: unpleasant. You know, something to keep like pens in it or car keys you can store inside it. Food,
Yeah.
you know. No, man, I used to like I would always, not always, but like before my last album, I looked like this exactly. But then I started to put the album out, and I thought, oh, I should clean up. You know, because I want people to like me.
Right. I was going to say the word I'm honing in on there is should.
Yeah.
That's what the mistake
Exactly.
was, right?
Yeah, and it's like, why? Yeah, so I finished this album, you know, and I looked how I looked, and I was like, why? Why would I do that? It just seemed sort of fake, like I was going to put on a costume, you know.
Is this new thinking for you? And I only ask because I feel like in the past few years I've hit this point where I'm asking that question why a lot. And is that what's happening for you? Like
Yeah.
when people
It's good to question things.
Well, I mean, even the little things when people talk about like fitness. Oh, you're supposed to drink 8 bottles of water a day. Nobody's going, hang on, who said that? Why are we all following this?
Yeah.
And it even dates back to when they thought the earth was flat. Hang on, no one's asking the questions why, and now you are doing that for yourself.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you want to be living your life, you know. And I want my life to be a story that I'd want to read, you know. So, yeah, you just got to design that for yourself. It's not going to come out of a book.
I dig it, man, and you're so young to have that happen in your mind. I mean, I'm older than you, and I feel like that moment came much later than.
Hey, we're not racing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're very wise for your age.
Thanks. Not wise all the time. I promise you that. But,
No.
you know, try to learn stuff as you go.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's very cool.
How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Tell me about your watch.
This is the Samsung watch. It's a electronic watch.
Wake up.
That's connected to my iPhone. I don't know. I didn't know those two were supposed to get along,
Oh.
but apparently they do.
You did it.
Yeah, I did it.
Congrats.
Dude, the new song is sick.
Thank you, man.
It's sick, and it's interesting to hear. And I don't want to get too nerdy for people, but the production of it, because it's a heavy beat, but you've also got this gritty, kind of dirty bass that should not be with a guitar that sounds like that, theoretically.
Yeah.
But man, it all comes together.
I wish I could take more credit for this, but my producer Ricky Reed, who executive produced my album,
He is amazing.
he did the whole track, and then our homie Nate Mercero helped out a little bit. But really, Ricky just did all that stuff. Started with Dan Wilson,
Yeah.
who's a legendary songwriter. He was just like he was about to leave the studio, and he started playing that riff on one of Ricky's guitar.
It's very, I want to say, kind of Beatles-ish, isn't it?
And yeah, it was cool. Me and Ricky both go, "What's that?" And Ricky literally took his iPhone and held it up to Dan playing, recorded it like that.
Yeah.
And Dan said, "Okay, good to see you guys." He left. Ricky just took that recording and made the whole beat with the iPhone recording, and then did all the stuff you were just talking about.
So he came back with this piece done for you,
For
the most part.
Then he started the track and we wrote the song to it. And then I went in the booth, I started freestyling a little bit to it, and we got some sections. And then then Ricky did the whole track.
What was your thought though, like when he brought that? Was it like, wait, weird
What?
to hear all those instruments that theoretically should not go
I
together?
thought it just sounded dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were open to it. Ricky Reed's a trip, man. That's the same guy who does like 21 Pilots and stuff like that.
He's in a lot of stuff. He
Yeah.
did a new Leon Bridges album.
Yeah.
He works hard, man. He's doing a lot of albums. But yeah, he's got a lot of, definitely did 21 Pilots as well, yeah.
Yeah, I've talked to him
a lot
about
of scope in his work. Shows his talent.
right, but I can imagine the headache too when you sit down, especially listening to that bass, the distorted bass of it. There's thousands of bass sounds in the computer. I just wonder at what point do you go, that's the one? I mean, are you there for some of that stuff when you're?
I'm there the whole time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I walk out and get something to eat. But,
You're like, I've heard enough bass noises.
I'm there the whole time.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, the attention to detail we have is insane.
Sure.
Insane.
And even just to know when to stop as well, because it's you can go.
This
a little
is
too
when
far.
why it's good to have each other, me and Ricky together. 'Cause
Sure.
you can do that. When you're by yourself, it's harder to know.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was going through your Twitter earlier, but not the stuff you were saying, but the people what they were saying.
Bob Ross comparisons.
No. Before I'm talking about when you put out the actual song.
Okay.
Like when you see the things that people are saying on here, like this one, it says the track's hot. You speak to your listeners through your music. I love it. But then these people that are responding to you,
sweetie,
isn't that cool? It's a picture of just a lady with her kid, and it just shows the different people that you're reaching. Do you ever kind of go in and really look and see who these people are?
You know what changed this for me? I learned this lesson in a different way, but 3 summers ago, we did what was called a Ninja Tour. And I got in an RV that we rented with 3 buddies, okay? And we packed up and we drove away from LA. And then each day, first place we went was Scottsdale. And we tweeted, hey, we're going to play at this park at 7:30 p.m. It's free, just show up. We just show up with our guitars, and people would sit around on the ground, and we'd play. And then we'd finish playing, we'd meet every person that wanted to stay and meet us. And we did that all summer. We played 31 cities all across America. We never got paid. We never sold anything. We just played in parks for free the whole summer. And I got to meet these people,
all
and
different.
And they were real people.
Yeah.
Before you look at a tweet, you see the picture, but they're real people. And just like me and you, I've had songs touch me and help me through tough moments in my life. So I get it when someone comes up to me and say, hey, your song did that for me. And before, I always thought fans were weird. Even the word fans is divisive. It's short for fanatic.
Weird for you.
Well,
To have somebody
you're
who
told
is a fan.
you're told you should stay away from them.
Sure.
You're on a stage or higher. There's a barricade. There's security guards in between you, and that word is short for fanatic, meaning they're probably not stable. But that's not what it is in real life. They're just people like you and I. And I didn't get that lesson until I did the Ninja Tour. And I met these people, and we would tweet out like, hey, we're living in the RV. We need some bottled water and some turkey and some mustard. And they'd bring it to us.
Bring it from their house?
Yeah,
That's
or
amazing.
sometimes they'd let us come to their house. We'd shower there, or whatever. We turned over our well-being to the listeners of the music, and it was just an amazing experience. So a lot of these people, I go to different cities, I know them. Over the years, whether it's from doing Warped Tour and we'd stay after, meet every fan. Detroit, we sign autographs, take pictures for 5 hours. A lot of them come back, hey, look at this picture of us 8 years ago. You know, so I met a lot of these people over the years. And so it's really cool, man. It's really cool. It's a real relationship.
It changes everything for you, I would imagine. It probably changes the reasons you do things too then, though, right?
Not really.
No?
Honestly, because I get two in my head. If I was sitting in the studio thinking, I need to write this song for that young
Mary
woman and her
Delaware
daughter. I can't do.
Yeah,
I'm just writing for me. But it's nice, though. It's nice to meet them and not think of them as some weird thing I need to stay away from.
Totally. That barrier, get off the stage, come down. Wow, that's cool, man. Good for you for doing that. And something else I want to talk about, too. We're talking about people, regular people, even people coming up, especially in the music business. When you go to your website, there's a whole pop-up that comes up. And when you go to the website, don't dismiss this, because it's not like a pop-up trying to sell you something. I'm talking about the Music Academy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the first thing you see. And don't click out of that. Look into it. Can you tell us a little bit?
Well, especially if you're a young artist. We have a music scholarship program for young artists. To come be mentored by me and some of my mentors and some of my peers, because we never really had that. No one, you start to have a little success in this world, and no one says, hey, this is what's about to happen, So we just wanted to create that for, a limited number of individuals. So, we run this scholarship program. There's where we all live together for a week in a big house in the mountains.
Oh, my gosh.
There's 5 lucky artists. Well, they're not lucky. There's an application process, and the application ain't easy either. We do that on purpose to make sure people want to be there. And so there's 5 artists and 9 coaches. So the ratio's pretty amazing.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
A big fan of that. It's the first thing that I noticed that popped up, and you're on the very top of that. I was like, wow, that's special. Especially out here in L.A. I mean, there's a lot of people. L.A., Nashville. You have
and
all
it's
these
free.
musicians.
I don't know if I mentioned
that.
No, it's totally free it's a scholarship program.
That's incredible. Good for you, man. It's so good to have you in here. Your song is
good
banging.
To be here.
I love it. I hope we blast it on MYfm every 5 minutes. Yeah. There you go. He's got songs in his head right now. Thanks for coming in, man. Come anytime, please.
Thank
Come
you.
on
Good
by.
to see you, man.
All right, you too.